This morning I thought I would take you along with the little project I was going to do this morning. I have these 3 pots by the door that I've been putting succulents in, and I'm going to redo them. I redo them every few years because they just kind of get overgrown for the pots. So I thought I'd take you along today. There is 3 terracotta pots here. One over here is the largest, a medium size, and a small one is kind of over in the corner. But you can just see here the succulents are kind of really overgrown for the pot. What I'll do is I'll actually remove all of them from these pots, and then I'll go through and rearrange them. And a lot of these larger ones I'll break into smaller ones, or I'll repot, or I'll give them away. So I'm going to take everything out and get started. So here they are. I pulled everything out, and I just laid everything out here. I literally just ripped them out or snipped them off. I left these more hanging ones because I know I want to keep them, and then I kept that taller one in the back. So let's get started with the little one here. I did add a little bit of soil and compost into the pot. Mix it up. I have these little ceramic star things that I put in every year. And these are kind of old. Maybe 4 or 5 years I've been doing this now. So usually I'll put this in, and I usually work in some taller ones in the back. This one here kind of looks like a tree. Here is a bigger one. And I really just go around, pick some out, snip it. They don't need any roots. These will all root as long as a stem is in the soil. Like this one fell off, so I'm just going to snip it. So here I am going to take some of the lower leaves off and just stick it in. And I really don't have any ideas of how I'm going to do it. I usually just kind of pick and fill. I like to kind of fill it up, and then what's going to survive is going to survive. And that's why you have to kind of redo it every few years, because they just get crowded. Here are some little ones. Here's some color. And then I say this one is probably good. I actually have some glass that I put in a rock tumbler, and I might put that in and kind of cover the dirt up and just give this some color. So let's move on to the middle one. So here is the middle one. It's got a lot more space. So why don't we take this nice big jade, put it in the back. can kind of see it here, nice and big and tall. And then this is the one I have for this one. I really like these ones here. I kind of call them hens and chick ones. I don't really know their names. This one has some blonde in it, which is really nice. I'm just going to cut some of the stem off. And stick it here. Here is a furry little kind of hen and chick. There's this little pokey one. And over here, some color. These are always really pretty, these flatter ones. Here is some that bring a little silver in. And you can see I just pick these kind of lower leaves off. And even something like this will kind of fill out. There's some more. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. You know, I'm not very particular. As you can see, it doesn't take very long. Let's move on to this big one. So this one already has this kind of big bushy one here in the back. These ones that hang down here. This one has this big black one. And as you can see, these kind of focal points here, I usually set off. I don't, set it right in the middle. Kind of usually set it off to the side. Here, I've got some more of these ones with the blonde. Some more furry ones. You can see here, this one has a lot of kind of dead roots and leaves. Let's pick a little bit of that off. And maybe I'll put this like this, cover up the stem and root. Here is another one. These little ones here, they look like, I don't know, little trees slash coral. These kind of get tall. Put this up over here. Here is another kind of pokey one. And so I picked this one. I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll put this here. So I moved this one. Let's put that here. Maybe put this one here. Got this kind of tall one. Oh, I don't think I have this anywhere else in the yard. So I'm just going to pick off some of these lower leaves. I'm going to cut it, and I'm actually going to put it up back here. Just kind of give it some layers. Here's another, these kind of coral ones. Now this one, you know, I have some blue glass. I might bring it and put it in here as kind of like a river. But let's fill in some over in here. Another little one. This one's pretty. So I'm going to go get the glass I have and see what I have to add. And then maybe we'll add some more plants with the glass. So actually the blue I have was a pot that was broken. So, which actually is kind of cool. And let's just lay it out here. And I actually got the rock tumbler to do this. I really wanted to find ways to add color to the yard. And I already do a lot with the glass bottles. So I thought some kind of like sea glass, tumbled glass would be a really good way to add some color. So on one side it's like white and then blue. So I'm just picking through, layering it up. And a lot of times with this stuff, more is better. When you kind of get sparse and cheap, it doesn't look as good. So the more layers, the better. Gives way more depth to it. There, and as you see, I didn't put it just like straight across. I kind of wind it through. It just looks more natural. So I think that's pretty good. Let's see. Maybe add a little bit more just to fill in. These will grow, as you saw. Just in one season, this will all fill in. And sometimes it's nice to group things, same color or same types, not just always like you know, all different types. It's nice to sometimes group them up. It also can create more of a full look when you group them up. I went and grabbed some more of these kind of coral ones. I'm just gonna fill it out a little bit. You see this one's pretty big. Well, I think that looks pretty good. And it's not, you know, it doesn't need to be complicated. Clean it up a little bit. I have some white glass here, so I think I'm gonna fill in. So here is the second one. And I'm just going to take the glass and fill in. Just like I said in the other one, kind of more is better. It's better to fill it up, layer it up, it gives more depth to it. And like I said, I just took everyday kind of glass and put it in a rock tumbler. You can also buy tumbled glass. I just wanted to have it another way to kind of reuse, recycle. So I'm kind of almost using this in some ways as a mulch, as a cover. Now I do have to say, next year when I go to, or in a couple years when I go to redo this, you do kind of have to pick the glass out, which is kind of a pain. But I think that one looks really good. Well, I'm going to play around a little bit, clean up, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. What is she doing? Rosie, what are you doing? She's been out here this whole time. You silly girl. So here they are, all finished. Well, I think they look good, and I'll show you what they look like when you walk up the front sidewalk to the door. So here they are. They're up by the front door here, and I think they look really good. Well, I hope you liked this video. Until next time.